So let's talk about it. So many of us have that dream, right? Starting a YouTube channel. But that dream, it usually gets stuck behind this huge wall of confusion, of self-doubt. In this explainer, we are going to break down a framework that actually works, not to get a flash of viral fame, but to build a real, lifelong asset that actually serves you.
And this is why it's so important. This quote from Iman Gaji just nails it. It shows the incredible power we're talking about here. A well-built YouTube channel isn't just a hobby. It's literally one of the most powerful assets you can create in today's world. The question is, how do we actually get there?
Well, first things first, we've got to understand what stops most people. It's a feeling I bet you recognize, that wall of overwhelm. It's that paralysis that keeps you from ever hitting record. And you know what? It almost always comes down to 3 critical mistakes.
And here they are, the big 3. First, you get stuck overthinking your content until you basically talk yourself out of even starting. Second, you have the wrong intention. You're chasing viral fame instead of just trying to provide real value. And third, you just make it way too complicated, worrying about fancy gear and crazy strategies before you've even shot one video. These 3 things, they stop so many people dead in their tracks.
Okay, so enough about the problems. Let's flip this around and talk about the solution. The most crucial thing is to understand what the real goal is. It's not about becoming some influencer overnight. No, it's about systematically building your #1 asset.
Now, take a look at this because this is super important. On the left, you've got the trap, chasing views. This makes you a slave to the algorithm. You get obsessed with these vanity metrics that, let's be honest, don't pay the bills. But on the right, you have the actual goal, building a brand. This is all about attracting customers, attracting opportunities. It becomes a tool that serves you, creating a real, lasting asset for your life.
And this right here, this is probably the biggest mental roadblock we need to just get rid of. So many people think, oh, I'm not an expert, I've got nothing to share. That is a total myth. You do not need to have all the answers. All you need to do is document your journey and share what you're learning along the way. Being just one step ahead of your audience is more than enough to give them massive value. So when we talk about a personal brand, what are we actually talking about? Well, it's the one asset that's uniquely yours. It can't be copied, it can't be automated by AI. It completely flips the script, so opportunities start coming to you. And here's the kicker. You already have one. Every social media post, every comment, that's part of it. The only question is, are you building it on purpose to actually help you? Okay, so how do we do this intentionally? How do we build it on purpose? We need a system. The framework for this is called the content trifecta. And it's just a simple 3-part system designed to get rid of all that confusion and give you a clear, actionable plan. The trifecta is super simple, really. It's built on 3 pillars. First, you've got content. That's what you actually create. Second, the plan. That's the system for how you create it again and again. And third, packaging. That's how you present your awesome content to the world. Let's break each one down.
First up, content. This is where we tackle that giant question. What on earth am I going to make videos about? And trust me, the answer is way simpler than you think.
You can provide value in 3 main ways. 1, documentation. Just share your real journey. People connect with what's authentic, not with what's perfect. 2, open eyes. Share your unique way of seeing the world, because your perspective is something literally no one else has. And number 3, education. Teach what you know. What seems totally simple to you could be a huge breakthrough for someone else.
And listen, the most important thing to remember here is you do not have to have it all figured out right now. Just start small. Pick a really specific niche. Your content is supposed to evolve. What you make today is just the starting point. It's not a life sentence. So just take the pressure off.
Okay, next piece of the trifecta, the plan. This is all about your process. And honestly, having a system you can stick with is the secret sauce to consistency, which is the secret sauce to growth. Here's a super simple, repeatable workflow you can use for every single video. Start with the big idea. Then, and this is a little pro tip, a real game changer, figure out your title and thumbnail before you write a single word of your script. This basically forces you to make a video that's packaged for success from the very beginning. Then you can move on to scripting, filming, editing, and publishing. And the real secret to making this last? Batch your work. Pick one day and just knock out a few videos at once.
So what does this actually look like when you put it into practice? Here's a 90-day game plan that literally anyone can follow. For the first 10 days, just practice. Take all the pressure off. Film 10 videos that you never ever plan to post, just to get your feet wet. Then for the next month and a half, it's all about building momentum. Post 1 video a week. Just focus on being consistent. After that, you'll start to see what's actually connecting with people. You can analyze your videos and start to double down on your style and the topics that are really working.
All right, that brings us to the final piece of the puzzle, and honestly, it's the one most people get wrong or just ignore completely: packaging. This is how you present your content to the world, and it is absolutely critical.
I want you to really let this number sink in. 80%. That's how much of your success on YouTube comes down to your big idea and how you package it. The actual video? That's only 20% of the equation. Wild, right?
Let me put it this way. You could create the most amazing, life-changing video in the world, a true masterpiece. But if the packaging sucks, no one's ever going to see it. The YouTube algorithm will just bury it. It's really that simple.
So what makes good packaging? It really comes down to these three things. Your thumbnail, think of it as engineering, not art. It just needs to be clear and make people curious. Your title has one job and one job only: make people want to click. And your hook, the first 30 seconds of your video, has to grab their attention and just refuse to let go.
And here's the why behind all of this. At the end of the day, the YouTube algorithm really only cares about two things: your awesome title and thumbnail. They directly impact your click-through rate, or CTR. Your amazing hook and the rest of your video, that drives your watch time. If you master the packaging, you master the metrics that YouTube actually cares about.
Okay, we've gone through the whole system: the mindset, the mistakes to avoid, the three-part plan. So, what do you do right now? What is the single most important first step?
It all boils down to this one idea. Make a choice to create more than you consume. It's time to stop just watching and start actually making. And you have to remember this: you are always just one single piece of content away from a breakthrough that could change everything.
So I'll just leave you with this final thought. You've got the framework, you see the potential. The only question left is the one you see right now. Are you going to start building this asset for yourself today? Or are you going to look back in 5 years in the exact same spot, wondering what could have been? The choice is yours.